Welcome, welcome, welcome. Garnet Queen Tarot here. Welcome to my beautiful Cancer family. How are you guys doing? I hope all is well. Ooh, Garnet Queen Tarot here saying be inspired to rise. Be inspired. We're going to leave this one down there. Be inspired to rise. Spirits, talk to us on behalf of the Cancer family. Release any messages to them so they can gain the clarity and understanding that they need as they proceed forward and grow. Remember, when you all come in this space, this is our sacred space. That means you have to release any negative energy. Release it. Stay positive and breathe. Inhale, exhale. Remember. Our messages are to unveil signs that may be hidden. Continue to manifest on what it is you desire so that feeling will play out. Talk to us, spirits, on behalf of our the wonderful Cancers. Help to reveal to them information that they may be seeking. Here we go, here we go. Forgiveness. You see how that card jumped out? Blame. Happiness. Acceptance. Forgiveness. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. And as we're in this energy right now, Cancer, that's something that you have to work on, because you have to be able to release forgiveness. You keep a lot of things to yourself, you bottle it up, and you hold on to it for dear life. You have to forgive people, because you know why? Even if you're selfish, you forgive people for yourself, for your own growth, for your own overcoming. Because the thing is, if you allow people and their issues to take up residency in your head and mind, you'll never be free. You'll always be paying rent to them. Don't do it, because you paid a price when you hold on to things that are not to your benefit. And Cancer, that is something you have to work on, because you say you forgive, but sometimes you really don't. And you definitely don't forget nothing. You don't forget anything. You'll hold something and harbor something from 1952. you know, you have to release and forgive, because you want to be able to be forgiven when you need that. And it releases tension from you. So we're going to throw that out. We're not keeping that. Blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. And that's as you should. Don't blame anybody else for any issues in your life, because you have to heal. And when people do wrong to you and you forgive them, that's all for you. You wipe that off your back. That's gone. That's gone. You wipe it off your back. Don't allow people to control your movements, your thoughts. Accept responsibility for your own well-being. You expected this person to do this and they didn't come through. But you know what? You plan it out where you do it yourself. If people come through for you, great. If they don't, you still know that you're moving forward, because we can't control the actions of others. So a lot of times you get upset and you're angry and you hold a lot of things in. Um, release. Release. Forgive the people that did you wrong and accept responsibility. Accept responsibility. That's what you have to do. You have to say, you know what? I was wrong for counting on them. I was wrong for putting too much pressure on them to come through and do what was right. I expected too much. But you know what? I'm fine. I forgive them for their lacking and their shortcomings. But I'm going to work more on getting through on my steps. Okay? So therefore, you're not going to blame anybody else. There's a lot of times, even for myself, like I organize events and plan events, and a lot of times You ask this person to do this and you check with this person to do that. And when you follow up, because I don't like to micromanage people, but when you follow up and they still haven't done what they were supposed to do and said they would get done, I say, you know what? I'm not even going to blame them. I used to. I'm like, what's wrong with you? Why did you do that? No more. I blame myself because I should have known better than to put you in charge of something. So I forgive you for what you didn't do, but I'll take the ball from here. That's how I am, because you getting mad and yelling at people and this and that. If you're paying somebody to do something and they don't come through, of course you're going to be upset. And they're supposed to follow through. That's when a whole nother issue takes place. That's a legal matter. So just accept the fact that not everybody is going to fulfill your needs and desires. Not everybody's going to come through as they're supposed to, whether they're being paid or not. But don't get yourself riled up because of the lackings of others. Accept responsibility. You know what? I'm going to get it done, whether I have to hire someone else or do it myself. But we have to come to an agreement. I'm responsible for my shortcomings. I'm responsible for people that I put in place to do certain things that don't follow through. Because that's the only way you're going to release that burden on your chest. You're going to still be upset with them. But I think a lot of times we put so much into the expectations that we have from others, and when they don't come through, we're mad and tear them down, and we can't do that. Sometimes people do things without thinking. Sometimes, let me tell you something. My father used to tell me that when you know your people, your job is done. If you know that somebody hasn't come through before on this or that, don't automatically put them in charge of doing this or that when they haven't come through on this or that. So why would you get mad? Because the blame is on you. You knew from their pattern and their behavior that they just don't follow through or they don't do things right, but yet you still trusted enough to put them in place to do the very thing they don't do well. Whose fault is it? That's how we have to look at things in life, because you have to be accountable for errors. If you have to report to someone, let's say that you hire a client and your staff didn't do certain things accurately, who's to blame? Think about it. Happiness. I am aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. Cancers, don't dwell on things. Figure out ways to make yourself happy. My sister's like that, and she said, it's time for me not to blame people for me not being happy. I'm the only one who could control that. So now she loves going to the gym. My sister loves the gym. She's military, retired military. She loves going to the gym. So what she does is, and then now every morning she gets up and goes to the gym early, like 5, 6 in the morning. So now she has like all these friends in the group, and they work out together and they laugh together, joke together, hang out together, eat breakfast together. You are in control of your own happiness. Don't blame anybody else. Because he didn't do this, or he cheated on me, or she cheated on me. No. Accept responsibility for how you react, because that is what you can control. You forgive the people that did you wrong. I'm not saying they did something wrong to you today, tomorrow you forgive them. It can be that quick, but it's up to you, because you don't want it back on you. So when somebody does you wrong, you say, you know what, they got me this time, but I learned from my mistakes and I won't repeat them. I forgive them, and I forgive myself for trusting them enough. And you keep it moving. The thing is, we have to learn how to alter things that have happened to us so that we'll be good. Cancer, you have to be good. And release that tension, release that stress. Don't let outside forces deter you from your goals. They may cause a hiccup every now and then, but they don't control your destination or your life. You advocate for yourself. Make your own happiness come true. Acceptance. I'm learning to accept the things that I cannot change. And that's what I'm talking about. Learning to accept the things you can't change. Forgiving the people that didn't follow up and follow through. It's your responsibility. So release all that tension, release all that animosity, release all that anger, and recognize the fact and forgive people. Because not everybody does things the same way. Somebody may not do things the way you may like it. So accept responsibility for your well-being, for your health, for your knowledge, and continue to grow. Don't get hung up on lacking. There will always be lacking in this world. Just make sure that you're good. Forgive people that don't do right, and take your time to forge forward. Ponder on things that make you think and figure things out on your own. I'm not saying go it alone. I'm just saying that a lot of times when people fall short, you feel deflated. Cancers, you feel like you counted on them and they didn't come through, and you'll hold on to that. Don't. Realize that not everybody's on the same page at all times, and that's something you work on. And don't give people tasks unless they've proven themselves that they can follow through and come through. And that's how you elevate, that's how they elevate. Because you know what you want, you know how to go after it, and then you get upset with people when they don't fall in line and do as you expected them to do. That's something you have to work on, Cancer, because people will let you down. But most importantly, don't let yourself down. Garnet Queen Tarot here saying, be strong, be faithful, continue driving down the road you want to get on and be on, because that's your path. And along the way, there will be people that lack the experience, the knowledge on how they do things, how you do things. Teach them so they can learn, but never give up on yourself. Don't dwell on something so long that it becomes overbearing for you and overwhelming. Most importantly, seek out your happiness, and your happiness will come once you learn to forgive other people for things they are not capable of completing. Acceptance. You see? Forgiveness, acceptance, happiness, blame. These messages are meant for you, Cancer. Find yourself, find your joy, and continue progressing forward. Don't let the hiccups along the way hold you back or hold you down or make you doubt yourself and blame others. You know what they didn't do right. You ain't even got to say it no more. Don't even stress yourself. Just accept responsibility and keep moving forward. Take that time out that you need for yourself, because your happiness matters not just to other people, but to you. Stay happy in your zone, in your area, in your realm, and find ways to overcome feelings that you have that are tearing you up inside, and learn to forgive other people and forgive yourself. We are all imperfect people. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for stopping by the channel. Thank you for sharing your message with us. Garnet Queen Tarot here saying, being inspired to rise. Don't let life's obstacles keep you or tear you down. Stay positive and forgive and find your happiness. Okay? Till we meet again, thank you so much for your time. Take care, Cancers.